All right, sign rules for factoring trinomials. So now we're going to get into three terms, how to factor a three-termed polynomial. And we first need to look at how we're going to set up the trinomial as well as how we're going to place the signs. And real simple, easy um, rules for factoring the trinomials. So either we're going to have the same signs or different signs. So when we factor a trinomial, first thing we want to do is set up our template, meaning set up two parentheses. So this is what we're going to do here. Just set up our template. And then we're going to determine what signs will go inside the parenthesis. So in your notes, I have the rules written out where how do you determine if you're going to have two positive signs, two negative signs, or a plus minus sign or minus plus sign in the parentheses. And how we're going to do that is by looking at the sign of the last term. And if you noticed in the trinomials, the sign of the last term, I have it in this pink color. So let's circle that. And we have here a positive sign. And so the rule says when the sign of the last term is positive, you're going to have the same signs. Meaning we're going to place two of the same signs in the parentheses. So how do we determine what same signs we're going to look at? Will it be two positives or two negatives? Well, we have to use the case that matches the middle term. So we have to look at this middle term, or excuse me, the middle sign there. So we have a plus sign for this first example, x squared plus 4x plus 4. Signs are going to be the same in the parentheses. We're going to have the same positive signs. Example 2, x squared minus 4x plus 4. Circle the sign of the last term. When the sign is positive, sign of the last term is positive, you're going to have the same signs. Same what? You have to use the sign of the middle term. So that's going to be two negatives. Same signs, factoring trinomials, use the middle case. Now for different signs, we don't have to use the middle sign. What we have to do, what is noted whenever we use different signs, we still look at the sign of the last term. And the rule says when the sign of the last term is negative, we're going to have different signs, meaning we're going to have a positive sign in one parenthesis and a negative sign in the other. Or we can say a minus in the first parenthesis and a positive in the second parenthesis. It doesn't matter which order the signs are going to be placed in the parentheses as long as the signs are different. Example 2, x squared minus 3x minus 4. Sign of the last term is negative. This is an indication that the signs are going to be different. So we have a positive and a negative, or negative and positive. So whenever we look at a trinomial and we factor that trinomial, we first want to set up the template by setting up the parentheses and then determine the signs that go in those parentheses. And once we determine that, then we can proceed with how to factor, and that's what we're going to look at in the next couple of videos.